Before humans built cities, before we carved symbols into stone, before we even learned to speak in full sentences, something may have already been here. Deep beneath the ocean floor, machines detect geometric patterns where nature should be chaotic. In ancient rock layers older than humanity itself, scientists find anomalies that should not exist. In ice cores, seismic data, and electromagnetic readings, we see disturbances that do not match any known natural process. And across the world, from Africa to Siberia to the Pacific, ancient cultures describe the same impossible beings arriving before history, teaching, shaping, then vanishing. Mainstream science dismisses these as coincidence, myth, pattern seeking. But when independent signals repeat across geology, genetics, archaeology, and physics, coincidence becomes statistically uncomfortable. Tonight, we are not chasing legends. We are tracing signals, silent, buried, and ignored, that may point to intelligent activity on Earth before Homo sapiens ever existed. If even one of these signals is genuine, it doesn't just change history, it changes what we are. Stay with us. For over a century, we have told ourselves a simple story. That intelligence began with us. That before Homo sapiens, there was only instinct. That before tools, there was only survival. It is clean, it is comfortable, and it is completely untested. Because nowhere in science is it written that intelligence must emerge only once. Nowhere in physics, biology, or cosmology does it say awareness is a one-time event. We assume it because it feels right, not because it is proven. The official timeline places modern human intelligence at roughly 200,000 years ago. Before that, we label the world primitive. But primitive does not mean empty, and it does not mean incapable. Every civilization in history believed it was early until it wasn't. And if intelligence did arise before us, even once, it would not leave skyscrapers and satellites behind. Time erases differently. Stone dissolves. Metal oxidizes. Memory collapses. What would remain are not monuments. What would remain are anomalies. And that is where this story truly begins. Geology is not guesswork. Rock layers are read like pages. Each stratum is a timestamp. Each compression is a signature of age. Which is why some discoveries make no sense at all. Across the world, in layers dated millions of years before humans, objects have been found that show signs of shaping, symmetry, precision, angles. Not once, not twice, repeatedly. In coal seams older than civilization, metallic spheres with perfect grooves. In ancient sandstone, cylindrical forms too smooth to be fractured. In South Africa, structures embedded in bedrock that predate known tool use. Mainstream explanation? Natural formation. But nature does not favor perfect symmetry. Nature erodes, it fractures, it randomizes. Order is not its habit. Order is the signature of intention, and intention implies intelligence. So either the dating is wrong or the timeline is incomplete. Those are the only two options. The Earth speaks in fields: magnetic, gravitational, electromagnetic. Normally, these fields behave predictably. They fluctuate, but within known ranges. Patterns are chaotic. Noise is expected. But in certain regions, the signals change. Antarctica, Siberia, the Pacific floor, Central Africa. In these places, instruments detect repeating pulses, rhythms, cycles, spikes that do not match tectonic activity or solar interaction. Scientists label them anomalies because there is no category for what they might be. But here is the uncomfortable detail. Nature does not repeat with precision. Machines do. Systems do. Intelligence does. When a signal repeats at fixed intervals, it is no longer noise. It is structure. And structure always has a source. The question is not what the signal is. The question is who or what is generating it. Evolution is slow. That is not philosophy. That is biology. Traits change over tens of thousands of generations. Brains enlarge gradually. Complexity accumulates step by step. Except in us. In humans, something strange happened. Cognitive ability surged. Symbolic thinking emerged rapidly. Language structures appeared with no clear precursor. Art, mathematics, abstract thought. The curve is not smooth, it is steep. And buried inside our DNA are sequences with no clear function. Not junk, not error, just unknown. Some geneticists call them remnants. Others call them regulatory shadows. But no one can explain why they exist. Evolution explains adaptation. It does not explain sudden awareness. And awareness is the anomaly. If intelligence existed before us and influenced us even indirectly, the fingerprint would not be technological. It would be biological. And that possibility makes many scientists deeply uncomfortable. Cultures separated by oceans, by millennia, by language, and yet they tell the same story. Beings who arrived before humanity, teachers, shapers, watchers, those who made humans, those who left. From Sumer to Mesoamerica, from Australia to Scandinavia, from Africa to the Pacific. Different names, same roles. Mainstream explanation? Myth, archetype, shared psychology. But archetypes do not explain technical detail, and psychology does not synchronize civilizations. Memory does. Not personal memory, cultural memory. And cultural memory implies experience. Something happened, everywhere. And whatever it was, it did not stay. Science is not dishonest, but it is conservative. Careers depend on acceptance. Funding depends on consensus. Reputation depends on not being the first to say something uncomfortable. So when evidence does not fit, it is often set aside. Not hidden, not destroyed, just ignored. Because it is safer to say unknown than to say impossible. And pre-human intelligence falls into that category. Not disproven, just unacceptable, which is not the same thing. Every civilization ends. Some collapse, some fade, some vanish. If an intelligence existed before us, it would have faced the same forces we do. Climate, impact, geological shift, Resource exhaustion. Extinction does not need war. It only needs time. And time is undefeated. If they left nothing behind, that does not mean they were never here. It only means the earth kept its secrets, which it does very well. If we are not the first, then we are not unique. If intelligence is not exclusive to us, then it is a property of the planet. And if awareness can arise more than once, then our future is not guaranteed. We are not the beginning of the story. We may not even be the middle. We are simply the current chapter. And the silence around us may not be empty. It may be the echo of those who came before. The signals are faint, the evidence is fragmented, but the pattern is there, and patterns do not exist without cause. Subscribe to continue the investigation, because some truths do not announce themselves. They wait to be noticed.